Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Brad, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the Duel Links video. Hope the Crowder event is going well for you guys. I believe when I did this last I'd finished the event and I still have. I've got a ton of tricky tests left to submit. But today we have some new cards. We have 4 new cards in the game thanks to a card trader update as well as a card flipper campaign. Now, what is interesting is that they semi-updated this, I think. It doesn't say they have, but I'm pretty sure that there is a possibility that maybe changes made to the schedule announced above wasn't there. Because I don't think they've actually ever had that there. So maybe that means that, you know, they're going to be swapping around some of these dates, or maybe we're not really going to be getting Jesse in early November or something like that. So we'll have to wait and see what they decide to do. But let's have that as a baseline for announcements. First, let's go to the card flipper campaign and see what we can get. So we can get Flambeau Grunica, which we've had before, get some Dual Orbs, get some gems. Pretty cool. This is a new card, Electromagnetic Bagworm. 200 attack, 1400 defense, so not too hot on the stats department. Flip effect, target one machine type monster your opponent controls, take control of it until the end phase, and always your next end phase, sorry. If this card is destroyed by battle, the monster that destroyed it loses 500 attack and defense, so it's like that water monster, the 1700.1, that takes away attack points, so immediately, really cool. It's got that really good flip effect, and that's actually not the flip effect part, that's just the normal part, so even if this is just in attack mode or face up on the field, then it will trigger this effect. The flip effect is also really cool because if you get it off during your turn, you can potentially take control of one of your opponent's barrel dragons or Toon barrel dragons, take control of it. Obviously if Toon World is on the field then or Toon Kingdom, then you're screwed, but take control of their barrel dragon and then go off with it, you know, pop a card on the field, attack directly, tribute it, do all the stuff you'd usually do. I'm sure there's other use cases, so maybe like the XYZ monsters can be quite useful as well. But this seems pretty cool, and especially if Cyber Dragons eventually come to the game, then this could see a little bit more play if they become a little bit more meta relevant, because you could just take control of one of your opponent's Cyber Dragons and shut down their Fusion Summon play for that turn, which is pretty cool. So then on to the card trader update. Now, this one's pretty interesting. We've got a new UR, something I've been asking for for a long time. But let's start with the rares. We have Desert Tapir, pretty weak beast. Flip one face up monster on the field into face down defense position. You cannot select Desert Tapir, so it gets one of your monsters into face down defense position, ready for it to be flipped face up and to trigger a flip effect. So you could combine this with Electromagnetic Bagworm and get that effect off, or you could combine with Manny to Bug to get a second pop. There's quite a lot you could do with this, but I don't know how much play it would see just because it's a very weak card in general and does rely on you having a card on the field already. Next we have Dark Desert Tapir. This one I see a bit more use for. So when this card is removed from play, you can target one level 4 or lower beast type monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So immediately I'm thinking of Beast Rising. You don't know what Beast Rising does. It basically allows you to banish a beast or beast warrior type monster and gives attack points to another monster on your field. So you could banish this guy to boost up your King Babu the Soul Eater and then get a monster back from your graveyard and special summon it to basically go for game, which is really cool. And especially since there's quite a few decent level 4 or lower beast type monsters in the game already, that's going to be pretty cool to see how well this card fits in with those type of decks. Of course, it might only be, you know, you run one of them, sorry, but it will still be interesting to see how this card does play out. And finally, Chaos Hunter. Now, I didn't expect to see this in the game so soon, but pretty cool we're getting this. It's a dark monster level 8, I think, or level 7. 1, 2, 4, 6, level 7, 2500 attack, 1600 defense. When your opponent special summons a monster, excluding the damage step, you can discard one card, then special summon this guy from your hand. Or girl, it's definitely a girl. Your opponent cannot banish cards, so immediately this kind of shuts down the Cyber Angel Machine and Ritual, which isn't going to be much of a threat. So if they summon out the Kini or whatever, then you can get this guy out on the field and they can't banish Machine Angel Ritual. Of course, you then still have to get over. You still have to get over the Dakini. but this will also shut down Beast Rising decks. This will also shut down zombie decks. This will shut down quite a few if you can get this out. I think this is a very nice tech card to run just one of in quite a few decks because it is generic. It doesn't require you to discard any particular type, so this is going to see quite a bit of play, I think. You know, just as a one-off in decks, it shuts down quite a bit in the current meta, especially if, you know, because a lot of decks right now use banishing either to swarm the field or as protection. So if you can stop your opponent from doing that, that's going to be a huge buff for you. All you've got to do is make sure you can get over that, or you can, you know, keep this guy on the field. 2,500 attack points isn't too much, especially if you're facing red eye zombies with beatdown. So, you know, a fact you need to consider. But a really cool card, our newest ultra rare in the game. I cannot wait to get these cards. I can't wait to get Electromagnetic Bagworm. So let me know your thoughts on this card trade update and card flipper campaign in the comment section down below. Did you like these cards? Are you hyped for any of these? Which cards do you think you'll be including in your deck? So have you got any strategies in mind that use these cards effectively? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next Duel Links video. See you then.